Hey, Thrivers. It's yet another episode of the Purple Circle with Thrive Community and powered by Semabox Studios here in Nairobi. And this episode, it's one of a kind because we get to understand how it's like to like strike a balance between work and living with an autoimmune condition and balancing work and taking care of someone living with an autoimmune condition, right? I'm pretty sure you've all heard about work-life balance. It's basically a phrase that you've had over time, and it's basically all about having like a neatly organized calendar, maybe going out there for workouts, basically just doing things, putting things in order. And it comes with these promises of when you do things the right way, then you end up having more results. But have you ever paused and thought about what it's like having an autoimmune disease and striking the balance between the two, right? When it comes to these conditions, it becomes hard for your body to really follow the schedule, right? And it's becoming so crazy because people end up getting mistaken and all that. In this episode, we get to learn how my two amazing guests, who I will let them introduce themselves, how they've been able to navigate this journey, how they have been able to literally live their normal lives and end up being in the space they are in. And without further ado, I will let my guests introduce themselves and tell us how their journey has been, how they have redefined success, how they unapologetically follow their schedule, without really minding about what people are going to say. So, again, as we say here, drum rolls, and give it up for our two amazing guests, and I will let them introduce themselves. So here we people normally say ladies first, gentlemen later, or men before. But here we have ladies. So I don't know where we'll start. The senior to the
Yes, please.
the senior. All right. Karibu
Yeah.
sana, madam.
Okay. Good
Yes, just introduce
morning. It's a
yourself.
pleasure to be here this morning. My name is Leah Mitoko. I am an HR consultant. I run an HR outsourced HR services company. And yes, I'm the primary caregiver of my husband who is living with autoimmune condition. Yes.
Wow. So HR. So watu wakitaka kazi. She's your girl.
She's your too good
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah. Karibu sana.
Thank you. My name is Soyan Sheila. I'm an entrepreneur. Well, let me say a jack of all trades, but the main is I'm a crocheter. I do crochet. Started as a hobby, but now it's a full-time business. And yeah, it has its ups and downs, but a day at a time. A day at a time.
I like how you've put it, a day at a time.
Yeah.
Actually, someone once told me one good day at a time. Yeah, because you wake up today, you're I don't feel like leaving
tell
my
me
bed,
about it.
and tomorrow you feel like a superwoman.
Oh yeah, like today, I'm that
Yeah.
superwoman.
Yeah, but we'll get to hear more about that. So we'll get right into it. And as we've said, it becomes a bit hard to strike a balance between work, business, as you've said, and living with an autoimmune or taking care of someone living with an autoimmune. Actually, I really want to give you your flowers right now for doing an amazing job taking care of someone with an autoimmune. Oh, my
Flowers.
goodness, So Leah, you're doing an amazing job. God bless you so much. So I would like for you to basically take me back to how it all started.
Well, this journey of caregiving started during COVID. My husband went and got the COVID jab, and the after effects of the COVID jab led us to the diagnosis.
Oh.
But the COVID jab is what gave us symptoms that now would lead us to the diagnosis of polymyositis, rheumatoid arthritis, and SLE. Some of the symptoms that we had were because of the polymyositis is muscles just wasting away, and that led him not to be able to do his regular things that he would normally do. He was very active, like he would go to work on a bicycle and come back on a bicycle. He would even take long rides on a bicycle, and you know how much energy it takes.
Yeah.
And he was unable to do those things. Even walking, would walk. We lived a very active life, but now after that, we were unable to live that active life because now he wasn't able to do those things. Anyway, fast forward, in January of, I can't remember the year. I'm telling you now,
No,
it
it's
feels
fine.
like very years.
Yeah.
I
But
know,
he got the job the previous year, like somewhere in June. And then now everything started going down, deteriorating. Due to the rheumatoid arthritis, he couldn't do easy things like even, clenching your fists,
Yeah.
open bottles. And he's such an handy person. I had never changed a bulb. And I'm not lying, since I got married.
Wow.
Wow.
Because he's always there with his tools,
Yeah.
fixing anything. Before it goes to the mechanic, he would be the first person to, to try and do
Yeah.
it. And now his sons were no longer able to do that. And now, interestingly, because it was just the muscles and everything, he was still able to continue with work. He was gainfully employed. Thank God, COVID people started working from home. So he was still able to keep his job. As long as he sat on his computer, he was able to do his work. The problem was after, if he needs to stand up, he's unable to stand up. Like, how, there's so many things we take for granted. The fact that
Yeah.
you want to stand up and you just stand up and walk away.
Yeah.
And now it became, now it's a struggle. And then now the caregiving now started after he kept deteriorating. Hey, let me just say, a man must die trying. He had refused
Yeah.
to go to hospital.
We have to.
So we kept, we kept seeing more symptoms, but because it wasn't sudden, we were still going on with our normal lives, but he's not doing well. And then we got to the point where now he couldn't walk, he couldn't do basic things. So now we went to the hospital. Like I
Finally.
was telling,
Yeah,
I was telling him
finally.
before
Yeah.
that I wasn't happy of him refusing to go to the hospital.
Definitely.
Yeah. But now in hindsight,
Mm.
his delay is what made us to get a direct diagnosis. We didn't have to go or to be treated for different things.
Yeah.
So now, because he had all these symptoms, the doctors, we went to Aga Khan, they ticked, they have that sheet for your test. They ticked each and every thing on that sheet.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
To the point where it exhausted the insurance, but hey, that was not the point. The point was we needed to know what was going on.
Yeah, and
Then now,
finally got the
then now,
diagnosis.
yes, those tests now showed everything.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And that now, when at what point did, or rather, after he started experiencing these symptoms, after how long now did you guys decide, like, you know what, we need to go to the hospital to get checked? That was after how long of now facing these symptoms here and there?
And postponing.
Postponing. Okay, the
And
first one
postponing.
actually. Now I've remembered we
Yeah.
got the job around June, and then by October,
Yeah.
one day I coerced him. He went to Aga Khan Valley Arcade.
Okay.
Then he got some steroids for a few days. It took care of things kidogo. That was the only other time that we managed symptoms. But then after that, he was still not able. He went back to factory settings because we just addressed the symptoms.
Yeah, it
we
was the
didn't
Days are
with the-
different,
with the-
yeah.
I mean,
with the
It
core,
happens.
yes,
Yeah.
with the core issue.
Yeah.
So now it was after like 7 months,
Wow.
7 to 9 months there,
Yeah.
and now he agreed when Sasa even him knew
Enough is
things were
enough,
bad.
y'all.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now we
Nimbaya.
Nimbaya. So after that, then now the test showed. When the test showed what was the issue, at that time, Aga Khan had only one rheumatologist, and his next availability was 2 weeks away.
Oh.
And he was deteriorating every day.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
now, the clock it stopped being slowly. Now it started going fast. So now, with the help of a few friends, we're able to get now a dermatologist who now we did a CPK test
Yeah.
that showed the enzyme numbers and that they were really off. There were thousands. And you're supposed to have like 200 or 300 in your body. So now, anyway, after that, now when the doctor saw the results,
Yeah.
we were given immediate admission.
Okay.
And that's when now we started the journey of treatment in and
Yeah.
out of hospital.
Yeah.
The first admission went well, but not so well, because even after we went home, he kept losing weight more than 2 kgs a week.
The first one is never well. Trust
It
me.
didn't go well. So after
Yeah.
2 weeks, we were back.
Yeah.
We had to get platelet treatment
Wow.
because he wasn't getting better.
Yeah.
But after the platelet treatment, then now we started our journey to recovery.
Yes.
But it wasn't like, people call you every day. How's he doing today? As in they expect
I know.
he's well.
He's well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, there's no difference between 2 days ago and 3 days ago.
Yeah.
But, someone is not understanding why is he not getting better.
Yeah, true.
So it took months for us to get out of the very dangerous space.
Yeah.
Yes, it took months.
Yeah.
Yes, one day at a time. And
Yeah.
We're
As
able
I
to
say,
get
the
on
rest is, you're just sharing your story, and now my mind is rushing like 180 kilometers, and I'm like, how did you guys take the news? Like you now have a diagnosis, and what something I've come to realize over time is there are people who that can be like a very bitter pill for them to swallow.
Yeah.
There are those who they're like, whew, finally. How did you guys take that?
Well, let me speak for myself as
Ongea
somebody
kutoke.
who is observing
ongea
the
kutoke.
patient. not. I'm sure even maybe he has a different version of this story.
Yes.
But for me, us getting that, actually that first diagnosis, the first doctor just told us, you have autoimmune disease, I'm booking you an appointment.
Oh, wow.
We didn't know what it was. So immediately we went to Google.
Dr. Google.
Yeah,
Up
Dr.
in the
Google.
hospital. Then we checked what it was. And then now where I knew no cure, I knew my life was over.
Kwisha.
Yeah, because now that meant
Yeah.
that meant this thing has no cure. What does it mean?
Yeah.
And then also for a man, after even
Yeah.
reading, you're hearing it's not common in men.
True.
It's common in women.
True.
Yeah.
And now we wonder, where do you start? Now, mind you, our children are still small. Mimi, rabbit hole. I went down that rabbit hole.
Wow.
The children are small.
Yeah.
What does this mean? And he was really sick, you can tell. You know how we all know death is somewhere in our lives, but it's uko bakro. But now it became front row.
Yeah.
Nachungulia,
You're
unaiona
literally
tu.
seeing it.
I
Yes.
see you.
Yeah.
And that made me, obviously, I was just thanking God that, and after reading also now I realized, okay, people have lived for years with autoimmune disease, but then again, you're not living your normal life as you know it, life as you knew it before that diagnosis. Then now, it was now even getting the rheumatologist. It's not. People assume that it's a common thing. I had never heard of a rheumatologist
Like,
before.
who is that?
Yeah.
What is that?
What does he do?
What does he do? And at the time, I believe there were just 5 or 6 in
Yes.
the country
Yeah.
serving the whole population.
Yeah.
So for me now, I knew at that point my husband would not be able to do for himself these things. I have to be the one to source. So I tried to book other appointments, looking for other, rheumatologists. We were calling. They were either busy until we got some. I've got a mentor. Her name is Levina. Levina has a mentee who lives with autoimmune disease. Is the one who introduced us to their rheumatologist. Then now the rheumatologist was not in our panel for insurance, which is another whole topic about who introduced us now to, because it was not in our panel and did not have admission rights.
Yeah.
For our insurance, we had to look for a doctor with in admission rights in our panel,
Yes.
which
Wow.
now we ended up with Dr. Etao, who we are very happy with. For sure.
Amazing.
So you asked me what it was. Me, my life was over, and I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Oh
One,
my
I've got
God.
young kids who are depending on me, on us, because now we were both
Actually,
very
it was the
active
two of you.
parents,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now they have to lean on me only, and then he also has to lean on me. So yes, for a minute there, I had to figure myself out first, because if the caregiver is not okay, no one is okay.
True.
You know?
True that.
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So there's you have a whole career,
Yeah.
ahead of you. Your husband also had a whole career right in front of him. Now you have kids. Now it's you now who now become like literally the primary caregiver for the entire household.
Household,
Yeah.
You know, and I know there are those breaking moments for you because you're like, life has taken a whole 360 turn, and now everyone is looking at you, and you have to be there always, and I normally see like being a caregiver is like a full, not even like, it's a full-time
Yeah,
job.
it's a full-time job. Yeah.
You have to be there. You now have to like literally start babying the person affected. In this case, probably your husband now. How was it like for him? I know probably he has his own version of the story, but he is a man who was so proactive, who was cycling to and fro wherever he was going, and then here he is, everything is at a standstill now. How did he take it? According to him, how did he take it? Did he have like these moments where he's like, ooh, the way you're saying your life was over?
Yeah.
Yes.
was it the same for him, or he's still like the man that he is, tutapigana nayo bado? How did it feel for him?
Nasimama akiwa naume.
Actually,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
first time
Yeah.
we actually didn't. Hey, Marco, we were asking the doctor, how confirm to us you're sure about this?
Yeah, ebu fungua sava.
Sava, confirm. Yes.
Yeah.
So first, when he started telling him the diagnosis,
Yeah.
my husband first told him, first, you can't give me that diagnosis. Wait for my wife; she'll come at 5. So what I do thank God for is that even before the diagnosis, we had a good relationship.
Amazing.
He really took care of me. So maybe even turning back to be his caregiver, it was like, hey, now I'm the one taking one for the team, because
Kurudisha mkono.
yes, narudisha mkono very fast.
Very fast.
Yes, the good thing is that what I do thank God for, I never felt any difficulty now in reciprocating the favor. So now when the doctor told him, you wait for my wife. So now the doctor came and told him, okay, and mind you, I'm still picking kids from school, running the business. So I picked the kids from school, because also now with their father being in hospital, I could not delegate, especially the pickup, because that's the time they see a parent.
Yeah.
So now I get to the hospital at 5. Then the doctor tells us. Then we tell him, Ebu explain. But then now again, because we had gotten our first results at Aga Khan, when we went to Nairobi Hospital, even our doctor asked now for his own results. So somehow we got a second opinion without really looking for second opinion, because it was just because we were at a different hospital. And normally, I don't know, doctors don't like to take other hospitals
Yeah, you have to do a
test.
full test.
Yes, so now it was like a confirmation for real. It is what it is. And now we just held each other and prayed for each other, and we said we're going to do this. We're going to fight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to move what needs to be moved to make sure that he's okay. And now, anyway, with that agreement, after the doctor had delivered the verdict, yes, tulishikana mkono tightly. Yes,
we are not letting go.
yes.
We're in this together.
Yes, we're in this together. And I also really I'm grateful to him for even fighting, because you could tell he was really trying to make sure that, it gets out of this. When your patient, when your patient is giving up, it's also difficult. If he wasn't giving up, so that really, I think now maybe his reaction was, after now we got the diagnosis, we prayed together and said we are going to do this. Yes, just to answer your question. Yeah.
All right. That is so amazing. And of course, going back now to your career as I would say now there's another career that has been introduced to you, a caregiver career, and you say you're a HR consultant, you're a life coach, author. I heard you're author.
Yeah.
Was there a point where you had to sacrifice either all of them or part of them? Was there a push that you felt like, you know what, as much as this is what I would like to pursue, or this is what I love doing, I really need to sacrifice this because of someone that I really love and treasure? Did you feel that push, or it just came automatically? You just found yourself, there's some things you're not doing anymore. How was that work for you?
Okay, now after the diagnosis,
Yeah.
what I thank God for, as in I can just say, God's grace is sufficient for all
Kabisa.
for all
Amen,
situations.
Yes.
Yeah.
At that point, I'd already started the business, the HR consultancy. I had
Amazing.
clients on board. Now, at that point, what changed was my office was in the wards.
Okay.
I would carry my laptop and sit. And thankfully, I thank God that, yes, being the founder, now I get to make that choice
Very
of
true.
where I'm going to work from.
Agree.
So I stopped working from the office and I was working from
Your
from
office is where you are.
Yes,
You
my
know?
office it's where I was.
Yeah.
And I thank God even for my employees who now, of course, I delegated more. And then now, working from the ward as much as possible. So I'll just be sitting there the whole day
Yes.
and just working as I look
As
after
you
my
work
husband.
again.
And then,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then now, obviously, I believe there's no such thing as work-life balance. Sometimes you're winning at work, sometimes you're winning at home.
Yeah, true.
So there are days that I was only winning as a good spouse.
Yeah.
There are days I was only winning as a good parent. There are days I was only winning as a good worker, as a good, because I've got clients.
True.
Because there are days that, and there are some days where I just did terribly in all the areas. But in the end, it all worked out like it was balanced.
A win is a win, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, a win is a win.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And then, of course, now it helped that I had a mentor. Because you see, everybody takes care of, they're worried about the patient. Has the patient, people don't want to know you, how you're doing,
Who takes
how
care
you're
of
making
Yeah,
taking
they
care of.
forget to ask you about you.
So
Yeah.
I thank God for my mentor, because what she used to do,
Yeah.
which was very important, is she would come and visit me,
Amazing.
That's
not the patient.
yeah.
And
you
even
as a caregiver.
after we came out of hospital, the follow-up should come at home. And we'll be sitting in the car. We're doing meal prep. Now, remember, to cook a blended food. How do we make sure that it's balanced? We are meal planning with her.
Yeah.
We are balancing, as in, I thank God for her, because we got real about, okay, this is your situation. So we would sit down, we will prep for him, we will prep for the family. This is the money that is available for. How do we balance to make sure that we are also not putting all the money in caregiving and children are not eating well?
True.
So yes, with the money that is available, how we budgeting, how we make sure that we are having meds, because initially our monthly meds bills were like 160K a month. So you
What?
yeah. I know she can understand that.
160,000.
Yes, because because of the weight loss,
And that's
we
meds
used to be
only.
on Pentasure. It's a supplement for
Yeah,
for gaining
yeah,
weight.
yeah.
That one tin is about 5,000, and you need like 3 in a week. So just do the math for Pentasure.
Just hold on a minute.
Yes.
As in,
Hey.
160K. That's in a month.
In a month, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you have other pending bills.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
You
on
have
meds only.
fees to
right?
pay.
Yeah. Usende huko.
Hata tujenda test.
Yeah.
We're only talking about medications.
medication.
Yes. And we have not talked about the food that we are going to cook and
Because again,
The
you
rest
had
of
to
you
actually you
have
had
to
to
eat.
for
adjust.
him,
You had to
that's
adjust the meal
Medicare.
plan.
Yes.
My goodness.
So now, yeah, this is what you have available. This is what, yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I thank God for someone who stood with me. You know, everybody just tells you, be strong.
Yeah.
And they keep
How are you?
congratulating you
They're
about how
like,
you're such a strong
hold
girl.
on, you're strong.
And nobody cares. Why are you getting this? In fact, me, I think being told you're strong is almost an insult. Because
Actually.
You can quite relate. Yeah.
because even when you're telling the patient you're strong, you're not even thinking about, okay, is it the eating, right? So yeah, this lady made me strong because now I would sit, because one thing should always remind me, no, we cannot have a stressed caregiver. I'm
Definitely.
here for the caregiver.
Wow.
So yes,
Yeah.
should come.
You do the caregiving, I'm here for the caregiver.
Yes, so would sit plan. If we need to shop, should help me. You know,
Mhm.
And people come to your house. They don't care how you have shopped for the food that they are going to eat,
Mhm.
or where you're going to get. Yes, we are going to have visitors. How much do we need to entertain?
Yeah.
As in, we thought about the back end with her.
Yes.
So much so that, yeah, if you came, you'd say, yeah, you're strong. You'd
Yeah.
use the word, you're strong.
You're holding up okay.
Big up. I think big up to her. What? This is your camera.
Yes.
What would you like to tell her? What would you like to tell that your mentor? I'll say.
You're the bomb.
Yeah.
You're the bomb. Let's go. And I
Nice.
love you so much. Yes,
Amazing.
because
Yes.
yeah, she stood with me.
Amazing.
Even like, when you're there being, as in she was there
Yes.
throughout. And also my big sister called Josephine
Yes.
should make sure, like when I'm working at the hospital, everybody comes lunchtime to check on the patient. They don't
Sure.
know where Ujakula. My sister would come, first take me out to lunch.
Yes.
As the other people seen him. Otherwise, there are days, the day she didn't come, I didn't eat.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
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 But she came and made sure that I ate.
Yes.
Yeah, so I mean, just having that support, and even other people who I can mention by name, I'm sure there are other many people who support.
Yeah.
But these particular ones were
Yes.
the ones that kept me sane.
True.
And she'll tell me, Leah, let me, and then also just remind, you know how you can imagine your God over people you love? Like now, I would imagine if I leave my husband, something happens.
You know.
Should remind me.
Yeah.
By the way, it's God, even when you're next to him,
Yes.
it's God who takes care of him.
I agree.
True.
Please go to Java,
Yes.
have your favorite meal,
Yeah.
and then come back. And
True.
sometimes should even send me money.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Go
Where?
eat, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it
Amazing.
helps. Yes.
Just hold your thought there. I'm coming back to you. So Yan, I don't even know where to start with you, because I'm hearing, I'm getting to hear what Leah is saying about taking care of someone who is affected. But now you are directly affected. You are into it.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you are your own caregiver who is still an autoimmune patient, but what's your story?
Actually, the strength part, I had to be the strength.
Okay. Tell me more.
Having to battle rheumatoid arthritis since I was 11. And then later on, scleroderma came in. I did, trust me, it took me about 3 or 4 months for me to just say scleroderma.
I up to date, I still struggle with that
With
word.
that word, I know.
Yeah.
My caregiver was my mom.
Amazing.
Yeah, my mom. I'm the last born of 4. And being her last born, she was like, hey. And at that time when the diagnosis came, the diagnosis came when I was younger. So all through, she had been taking care of me until about 2015. I had just started professionally, I'm a flight attendant, but I had to sacrifice it.
Yeah, the height tells it.
Yes,
the
I had to
beauty tells
sacrifice
it.
it. I had to sacrifice it because I couldn't handle.
Wow.
Yeah, with the joint pains, I couldn't handle. So during that time when it now really relapsed, my sister was also sick. My elder sister, may her soul rest in peace. And she had 2 kids in a hospital. Herself, she's not okay.
Yeah.
Mom herself, she has high blood pressure and recently type 2 diabetes. And you imagine me with this height of mine. And
Yeah.
my mom is short, actually, almost about your height. And she would carry me on her back. And my legs would just drag on the floor because she has to make sure I have to get her to that doctor.
Okay.
So when she's speaking about caregiving, my thoughts go
You
to my
saw
mom.
it.
Yeah, my thoughts all go to my mom.
Yeah.
The biggest struggle was employment. I had to just forget about being employed because you can't be at work today, you're not at work tomorrow, and the day after. In a week, you're in for 2 days. Which employer is going to keep you? Yeah. So since my contract ended and I had to stay home, and I had thought, well, my career journey is over. So I stopped even trying to search for employment, even after I was better. I had to stop looking for employment and think of something to do. So when I say a jack of all trades, I've tried it all.
Okay.
I've tried it all. You name it, I've tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you mentioned 11 years. 11 years is primary school.
Yeah.
As in,
I was not even a teenager yet.
you were not. You know, you had not even found yourself.
Tell me
You
about
know?
it. It was even hard to explain to the doctor how I feel.
How do you even start explaining to the doctor how you feel?
know.
And you have all these things happening.
Yeah.
How was school like? Because I of course you were in school at that time. And how did that affect your studies? You know, like flight attendants, they're not dumb here. Very sharp people,
Yeah.
you know? And I'm like, how did that affect your school life? And let's put all this together, your school life and your social life as well.
School life was tough because at that time we didn't even understand this kind of illness.
Yes.
And most of the time, with autoimmune, it's on and off.
True.
Today I'm okay, I'm jumping out there, nimecheza
Tomorrow is
kati,
something else.
nimekimbizana na wengine huko hide and seek, tapo here and there. But then comes tomorrow, I don't even want to move. I would drag myself to school, and the next thing the teachers are like, huyo anajifanya, she doesn't want school.
Yes.
But I thank God I was always smart. Niko hapo number 2, number 3. Number 1.
You are the asset
number
of
1
the
nilikuwa
school.
napigana na yeye sana. But yeah, I thank God I was smart, and nikamaliza primary school. High school is where kizungumkuti started. Because, with being in a boarding school, I didn't want to be a day scholar. I don't know why. But I was a day
So
scholar.
that you can be given pocket money.
I was a day scholar my entire primary school. So, high school, imagine kwa day scholar. No. The fun is in the school.
No.
The fun is in the school.
Yes.
But now the trouble started when it's time asubuhi. Saya kuoga.
Yes. Yeah.
I have to oga. Hapo hakuna excuse. But now it is cold water.
Okay.
I had to
Amkuwa maji moto?
Maji moto ilikuwa special case, my friend.
Yeah.
Maji moto ilikuwa special case na nisaile umeandikiwa barua na daktari. So I had to do that. Get my doctor to give me the barua. And yeah, I would go get warm water at least. Showering was not the problem, but still, the flare would kick in.
Yeah.
And most of the time, I would not understand what's happening. So I would ask my mom, kwani I have to take medication every day? Na like, wait, daktari amesema you have to. I went through high school, on and off. Form 3 is where the biggest relapse hit. And I was about to drop out of school. And I was home for an entire second term.
Okay.
So come third term, my mom was like telling the principal, wacha tu amalize mwaka nyumbani, next year ingia arudie form 3. And the deputy was like, no, thank God to that man, Mr. Karaoke. Mr. Karaoke.
Yeah, God bless you.
He said, no, this girl is smart.
Amazing.
this girl is smart, and my results would tell it all, whether I'm in class or not in class. So he said, no, usirudie, keep going. Hata ukitoka na kasima ina si mbaya. I was a B student, but alisema hata kasi si mbaya. Like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So we kept moving. High school was okay. And then I went into remission. So campus was quite good, but still nilikuwa Eldoret. So when it's cold, to flares here and there,
beaten each
yeah.
other.
I went through campus, okay, on and off, yeah, but I pulled through. Then I did my cabin crew diploma, got a job, but sasa ikafika mahali when it is cold. To flares tukigonga hivi. And I have to be at 100% doing my businesses. But like when contract was over, I was like, no, I need to relax.
Yeah.
But that is then again the second biggest relapse came in.
Okay.
Yeah, so 2015 it relapsed massively. 2015, 2016, that whole 2 years I was in and out of KNH. Wacha tu. At how we became friends. Alikuwa ananiona, Masai umekuja. Umekuja, aya sawa. Katie will serve you in a few. I'll see you in a few.
Yes.
So yeah, when it came to being employed, I had to forget about it.
Not your cup of tea anymore.
So that's when I started, bills are here, hospitali ndio hii, dawa ndio hii. Mom is the only breadwinner, and I needed to look for something to do.
Yeah.
We've tried mtumba, we've tried shoes, we've tried clothes, we've tried what? Yani everything that would come. Yani bora inaleta tu shilingi. Yeah. And it would be hard because even if I'm trying, sometimes it's, some days are quite tough. I'm like, siski kuamka. Not today. So I would just sleep the whole day, rest. I had people would not understand. They would call, mother tells them, bado amelala. Wacha akiamka nitawambia how she's doing. And they would call again, bado amelala. Kwani una ni kulala kila siku. So people would not understand that also autoimmune comes with extreme fatigue. True. Whether you've worked or you've not worked. And with the bills, the medication peke yake, even when you say 160, I'm like, been there, done that.
Someone can think you're making up the numbers.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But thankfully, we had good friends and relatives who worked with us through the journey.
Yeah.
And it became easier. Yeah, having helping hands, it became a bit easier.
True.
Yeah.
And it's good that you mentioned that because I think we were talking with Leah before we even started the show. Like we were saying, you might be having access to medications, tests and all that. But if your support system is not that solid, then that's something else.
Yeah.
But the fact that you have a good support system that is even able to be there for you, even mentally, you're able to go about your day-to-day business, your daily life, and all that. So brings me to the question of, you had this whole life ahead of you, and then you've just received that diagnosis. Of course, now you now became self-aware, of course, probably when you transitioned to high school and now campus. And now you're like, the way you've said, employment, now itakuwa tricky.
Kabisa.
At what point did you accept that, you know what, this is me now, this is the new me? At what point did you accept that, and how did that affect you mentally? How did that affect your next life or the new phase that you're about, that you're actually getting into?
Well, at first I was like, nitapona too and go back. People get sick, they get better and they go back to their daily life. Shock on me. whenever I'm okay and I'm like, with autoimmune, we tend to overdo when we're feeling okay. So when I was feeling okay, I would overdo everything, do cleaning, nini, nimepanga. By evening, I'm not there. Kabisa, I'm not there. By tomorrow, I can't even wake up. So I had to come to terms with there are things I can do, but at a limited, a certain period, kidogo, and then rest. Yeah. Rest became part of my life because even my mom would tell me, si upumzike wewe, rest now. Wachana na hivi kenye imebaki. Tomorrow is another day. But coming to terms with the fact that I can't go back to employment and I can't run my life as a normal person would, it took some time. Even now, I can wake up like today. I woke up and I did what I had to do within the house, and sometimes it got to a point I'm like, so relax. Tomorrow is another day. Na hakuna mtu anakuja inspection kwa nyumba, so we wachana nayo, But it took some time before I accepted that I have to tone down on some things and I have to shift my life towards a certain direction.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Now, you are a mother to a very beautiful daughter.
Oh, yes.
What's her name?
Mini-me.
Yeah.
Adaila is her name.
A what?
Adaila.
Yeah. People from the mountain is Adaila. It's Adaila.
Adaila,
You
yeah.
know? She's so... actually, I see how... because you always come with her almost to every event that we have.
She's my
always
biggest
active,
supporter. Trust me.
Right?
She is.
How is it like for her, by the way? Like, does she notice these episodes that you normally have? Like, I've woken up and I'm like, I can't even take you to school. Does she notice that?
She does.
She does?
Me. At 7 years old, she does.
And she's sharp, actually. She's so sharp.
You've met her. She's very sharp.
Wow.
She's very sharp.
Yes.
And sometimes I try and, cocoon how I feel, but she'll still come and give me a hug out of nowhere. She'll just go play outside and then come back, check on me, and then, Mama, can I give you a hug? And that is what keeps me going. Because I close my eyes and I'm like, God, please give me the strength to keep looking after this girl.
Yeah.
She's my biggest why. Whatever I do, she's my biggest why.
Yeah.
Reason why I had to try and I had to learn to crochet. Yeah. I had to learn to crochet and I had to find a way to turn it into a business.
Yes.
I still need to provide for her.
Yes.
I still need to keep her life moving without much change in it. Yeah.
True.
She's 7. She wouldn't understand everything,
Exactly.
So I try and whatever I do, I look at her and I'm like, would this affect her lifestyle? And if yes, I'll try and maintain it.
Yeah.
Because, kids love routines.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true.
But sometimes it's tough. I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I don't feel like getting up today. And then I remember, she needs to go to school.
Yes.
She needs to go to school. She needs to go in a clean uniform.
Yes.
She needs to have breakfast before she leaves. So I have to wake up before her, at least prepare everything, iron her uniform, so that she can go looking good and feeling great about herself as well.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Now, we are here. We're having 3 things that involve you directly. We have now the crochet. Me, I used to call it crochet. Yani, before you know this,
it's crochet.
It's crochet. It's crochet, guys.
It's crochet.
So it's crochet. You have a baby here, and you have you.
Yeah.
These are 3 tasks.
Yes.
How do you strike this balance? Like, first of all, when it comes to crochet, you have clients who are waiting for deliveries. There are those moments that umeamka and you're like, guy, I can't pick even the needle. Is it the needle? The one that you use.
Crochet
Ile ndio crochet ni
crochet hook.
crochet hook.
Eh,
Yeah, crochet hook. We are learning these terms, guys.
Yeah.
Msini judge.
Yeah.
no judgment. We listen, we don't judge.
You know, you pick that crochet hook.
Mm.
You can't even you don't even feel like picking it up. You
Yeah.
know,
Mm.
how do you balance all these? How are you able to manage? Of course, kuna deadlines.
Kwanza deadlines.
Kuna deadlines.
Yo.
Na clients atambui ati when I'm sick ni nini. You know, clients can be hostile.
Yeah, there are
You know?
those who, kuna mwenye hatai kusikia amesha kupea deposit.
Exactly.
So na umempatia timeline.
You must deliver.
You must deliver. Amekupea deposit, so it is up to you to start and finish by the deadline. Ndio akupatie balance.
Yeah. So how do you balance
So
this?
well, for me, I'm grateful that most of my clients understand.
Amazing.
Understand that hata nikimpatia timeline, I might or might not finish it by that time.
Okay.
But mostly, I'm glad because of some things happen. Some things are a blessing in disguise. I have chronic insomnia. That hiyo nayo nimeshindwa how to work
What does
around
that
it.
even mean? Chronic insomnia.
Chronic insomnia meaning I tend to be insomniac. Like ile mbaya, I can be up for more than even 40 hours.
Ulali mtu yangu.
2-3 days maze.
Kuna
Niko tu
usingizi.
macho.
Na sio hauko jaba.
Na siko jaba. Jaba yangu ni matembezi daktari amenipea.
What? Yeah.
So yeah, and sometimes whenever I'm having how I finish my project, it's because of this insomnia. Because I have to put it to good use, you know.
That's the blessing in disguise now.
That's the blessing in disguise. Because again, even if I'm insomniac, sitaki kushinda kwa simu, inaumiza macho. And you know, with whatever is happening in my body, not everything is working as it should. My eyes get tired. Kwanza the screen, I try to reduce the use of
Screen time,
Yeah, screen time.
Yeah.
So the best other thing is I crochet, which is also very therapeutic, actually. Yeah. And it helps to reduce even the flares because whenever I'm moving especially the hands, I keep them active. So hazigandi. You know, with rheumatoid arthritis, kuna that comfort zone. Ukisikia uchungu na mkono ikae hapo, ukatae kuisongesha, inakwamia hapo. And that's how also the deformity comes in with rheumatoid arthritis. Yeah.
Okay.
So I try as much to put the insomnia into good use. And I'm grateful that most 90% of the time I hit my target on time.
Amazing.
Like I finish my orders on time and I deliver them.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So just hold your. I want to go back to Leah. Leah had talked about your mentor, basically the person who is there with you. I will say through and through. Are there? How has now you facing this reality? You know, how has that affected your social life? I don't know whether you are an outgoing person, but basically your social life in general. How did this new phase affect your social life?
Oh, a
Yes.
lot.
Okay.
Actually, one of the things that we used to like to do is hang out together.
Yeah.
But now, like she said, fatigue is...
You're hanging in now.
And you know, we would go places.
Yeah.
And now that's something that we can do together. As often as we would like to. Once in a while, when there's no flare up and, you know, we'll do these things.
Yeah.
And then again, your social life, because like, mind you, the first year after diagnosis, it was very difficult because this person cannot move. So that means you can also not move.
Yeah.
And one of the thing with polymyositis is that everything is a muscle. Even you swallowing, something that we take for granted. You know, you take your sip of water and then it goes. So that means one of the things that we experience is choking. Because food comes back.
Yeah.
So socially, now I cannot be away from the home at night.
All right.
And if I am calling at 6 a.m. if I have to be. like to make sure did you sleep well.
Yes.
Okay, I know there's nothing that you can do, but it's always just good to have somebody there.
Yeah.
So that means that the girls' trips I would like to take,
Mhm.
I
The
can
girls gotta
take.
wait.
Yes.
Yeah.
So socially, yeah, that's one of the things, and also things that you'd like to do away from caregiving of a mother to a daughter, or a parent to a child, or a
Yes.
child to a parent is quite different. But
Yes,
for a
yes, yes.
spouse, remember
That's
there's
true.
also there's the marriage and so
Mhm.
it's actually a very tricky dynamic.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
again, now in this case, you're caregiving her husband, who is has always been mukubwa
How do you
head
He
of
has
the
even
always been
house,
independent.
and
you know
what
yes
ask your
yeah yeah
question.
I'm just actually just echoing what you're saying, like someone who's been so used to being now
In charge.
in charge,
Yeah.
now he's the one. I don't
Yeah,
want
he
to say
needs
like tables
help
have turned,
with
no,
Yes.
everything.
but now
Yeah.
he's the one on the other side,
Yeah, he's needing help. Obviously, I'm sure it's not easy for him, definitely. But you get to a point where you learn, if you need help, you need help.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
really cannot.
We swallow as men, as men we're always like sisi ndo nataka kufanya everything,
Everything,
hata
yeah.
kama niko
Mimi ni
chini aje.
mwanaume.
Yeah.
I want to do things by myself and all that, until it gets to that point and you're like, you know what,
Yeah.
I need help at this
Yeah.
point.
surrender.
But also with time, obviously now I've learned to also
Yeah.
prioritize
Yeah.
some time away, and just trusting that the God who watches over him when I'm there, he's also watching over him
Exactly.
when I have to do things
Exactly.
that I have to do.
Exactly.
Because also, if you stop your life completely, it can result to resentment. And
Yeah.
I don't want to get there. I still want to adore and respect my husband and, teach him the way I would, even if he never needed me. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
Even when he doesn't need you.
Even, yeah.
What would you like to tell him? Again, this is your career. What would you like to tell him? I mean, like, what is that one thing that you like when I know he's going to watch this video probably.
Definitely.
What is that one thing you really want like him to know, coming from a dear and beloved wife? Not as a caregiver,
Not as a caregiver.
as a beloved wife.
As a beloved wife.
Yes,
Okay.
what would you
Kipenzi cha
want?
roho.
Yeah, that you're loved, whether you're able to do all the things we do or not. And that is such an amazing husband, even
Wow.
even in his sickness.
Talk to
his
him,
stuff.
not me. Talk to
sorry.
him.
Now,
Ongea na
public
yeye.
address.
Yes,
Public
please
address.
address the
Address to
nation.
you,
Yeah.
John Paul. You're such an amazing husband, for sure. And I really love the way you lead the home at all times, and that you're so dependable, and that you make things easy for me, even to do things, to support you. You make it so easy, and even for our children. And then you are amazing, and I love you. Yeah, that's what I would like to
Amazing.
say. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, amazing. So as we wrap it up, time has really gone, and we really want to extend this conversation, but now because of time, we really have to wrap this up. But it has been an amazing conversation. But I have one last question for each and every one of you. There is someone who's for you. So yeah, there's someone who's been newly diagnosed, and they're thinking about all this career. They're thinking about, of course, getting money and all that, and then before they know it, diagnosis may come. What is that one message of hope that you would like to tell that person? I think your camera is that one.
That one.
Yes, that one. Yes.
Take life easy.
Mm-hmm.
You only live once. My mom has always been telling me that you have one life, live it now. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about yesterday. Live it now. And getting that the diagnosis is not the end of life. No. I got mine 24 years ago. I'm still here, 35 years old. and
Yeah.
still moving.
Mm.
Yeah, and enjoying each day as it comes. It has ups and downs. I can say it is easy as that. It's not easy. Actually, it's not easy. No. But like we said when we began,
Yeah.
a good day at a time.
Mm.
Yes.
Amazing.
Mm.
A good day at a time.
Yes, a good
Thank
day
you
at
so
a
much.
time.
Leah, there is that caregiver who's
Mm.
taking care, of course, of someone living with an autoimmune disease or a chronic disease, basically a caregiver whose life has taken a shift, just like yours has done. What message do you have to that? Basically, caregiver can be a man or a woman.
Mm.
So, what message do you have for them? Based on the fact that you're on that journey.
Mhm.
Your camera is this one.
Yes. What I would say is, for me, I say I could have been that person who needed the care. So I try as much as I would just say, try and empathize as much as possible with the patient. Because how would you like to be treated if the tables were turned?
Mm.
Yes,
Mm.
that's one thing I'd like to say. The other thing is, please get help, because Superwoman needs to rest sometimes. If and also get help as much as possible. If you can put a schedule in place for me. I have a schedule so that the kids know what to expect. I know when I do when. And now, in my case, where it's the leader of the home who is being caregiven, even he knows where to plug in within the schedule of the home and seek help. Like, even for me, one person I'd like to really acknowledge is my house help, who I've had for a long time, because I would not have done all these things without her cleaning behind the scenes,
Yeah,
helping me
yeah.
with the cooking, and I can't say I can't sit here and say I did everything. I got
Yeah,
help
yeah.
where I needed, and I leaned on my sisters, on my friends, on people to pray with, on all sorts, even healthcare professionals. As in, you need all the help 360 so that you can be able to for your patient to thrive.
Yeah, true.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I
Amazing.
would say. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ladies, for your time, for sharing your stories, for the courage and the strength and the resilience that you have. I know it's not an easy journey, but the fact that you keep hope alive every day, I think that is enough motivation, both for your husband, for yourself, and for your child. So thank you so much. May God bless you. Continue thriving.
Yeah.
All right.
We keep
And
thriving.
that has been it for today on the care of bad, not care of burden, actually the care of burden and the work life balance. So it's been real. It's been amazing having this conversation. And as you've heard the story of Leah and the story of Soyan, may that message, may their stories give you hope. May their stories give you courage. May their stories give you enough motivation to continue fighting, to continue being there for that person. Because again, you just never know. Be there for that person whenever you can, as if it's your last day here on earth, such that when you rest, when you're no longer there tomorrow, you'll be at peace and at a better place, knowing that you did all you had to do. So it's been real. Until next episode, peace.